luxury. Okay, today we're talking about the Trelino Evo S, and this is a toilet. Yeah, you guessed it. We're talking about a pretty situation here. I promise this won't be another review. I'm sorry. Okay, so the Trelino Evo S has been the toilet in the van for the last like 6 months, and it has been awesome. Anytime the kids need to go to the bathroom, if I need to go to the bathroom or the wife needs to go to the bathroom, we can easily do that. After we pull over, of course, we can easily do that on the road, no matter where we are. We took this toilet all the way up to Washington from California and all the way back down and used this toilet along the way. So this is our experience with that, and I'm gonna go through the specifications of this toilet, and then I'm gonna go through the features of it. We're gonna kind of do like a little bit of a setup thing, and then I'll give you my final thoughts at the end. We're shooting on my old camera because, well, my other one ran out of batteries. My fault. So the dimensions are as follows. It is 13 inches wide, it is 15.4 inches deep, and then it is 11.7 inches high. And this thing weighs about 8.5 pounds. And the price of this bad boy is actually $375. Whoa! I know, it's crazy because the price of this toilet to you might seem like it's pretty crazy, but to someone in the van life community, $375 for a toilet actually isn't that bad. And I'll tell you why. The Nature's Head toilet is probably the top dog in the van life community. You need it to be hooked up to a 12-volt system, and so you also need to do electrical on the backside, which for most van lifers really isn't a big deal. If you haven't seen my electrical video, I'll leave a link down in the description below. So the Nature's Head is $1,000. That's crazy, and it's pretty big. This nice, small, compact, really easy to just kind of tuck away in the van, and no one really knows it's there until they need to use it. Okay, let's go over a couple features with this. This has, first and foremost, a soft close lid, which is pretty, let's try that again. Has a soft close lid. Huh? I mean, come on. So that's pretty cool. It's just kind of an added feature, not really the coolest feature of this. So this has a separator. You go ahead and sit down like a normal toilet. You have a separator. So this is where the number ones go, and this is where the number twos go. So if you couldn't already tell, that's kind of how it's set up. So let's go over real quick the numero unos. So going number one in this is no problem at all. It just goes straight down the little funnel there, and then your pee disappears. Then the pee disappears into this little section right here. Has a one-way valve on it, so that in the event that you start rattling around like we did, we went and took this road in Mammoth that was basically a washboard road, and it jostled the entire van. So I just could imagine the amount of pee that was trying to escape the pee bottle and was not able to because of the one-way valve. So this little one-way valve allows the pee to go through but not back up. So this really helps. Obviously this is just like a normal regular plastic bin. This is basically like a 1-gallon container, and you can go ahead and use about 7 pees in it. Now, if you're like one of those people that like pee like exceptionally long, maybe like 6, but it says that you can use about 7 to 9 pees, which is pretty good. So once you've done your business and you want to get the business out, feel free to dump your pee into a local restroom or waste disposal site at a campsite. Might be a better idea, but you can go ahead and dump this into a bathroom. I would probably advise not to do this in like your local Starbucks though, so kind of be discreet about it. So you have this bad boy. So you have this lid. When you are taking it from your van or your rig to the bathroom or to wherever you're going, put the lid that does not have a one-way valve on it, just in case you hit something or you fall, or I don't even know, but you don't want pee all over you. You just screw that thing on there real quick, use the handy dandy handle, and you're off to the races with your pee. The last thing for the number ones is that you're gonna also wanna spray down your entire interior of your section after you use it so that it doesn't have that like lingering pee smell. Nobody likes that. So go ahead and just spray it down with vinegar, wipe it, throw your teepee wherever you want to throw your teepee and wipe it down. And it is really nice. You could also use baby wipes. We travel with babies, and so we have baby wipes everywhere. Baby wipes work well too, but the vinegar really helps to neutralize the smells. And that's what we're all talking about here because we're traveling in a van. I'll set this, okay. I'll set this back up for using it, and that's it. Okay, let's get the pee funnel out of here. Okay, so that's number one. Number two goes in this sweet bucket. I keep a roll of TP because you need TP when you poop. And this is the bin. It's literally just like a 1.6 gallon bin. It's like a normal, I don't know, it's got a sweet handle on it. And this is just like a trash bag that Trelino gives you, which is really nice. There is one more thing that I put in here, and I don't have it with me, unfortunately, but I can show you a picture of it right here. And essentially what that is it's either sawdust, wood shavings, duff blocker, I think it's called. All this stuff I'll put a link to, but coconut core is probably the one that's used the most. Now, if you know you're gonna be going on a trip, then the coconut core is probably the best one, I'd say, if not sawdust. The only problem with sawdust is it turns into like magic fairy dust because once you put it down, it just goes, it kind of goes everywhere. The coconut core kind of has like a little bit, it's a little bit nicer in the dust area. So I would say coconut core is probably your best. You can buy it on Amazon. I'll leave a link down below, no problem. So now that we went over all of the specifications about how big this thing is, how much space it's gonna take up in your rig, we went over the number ones, the number twos, and how I really set this thing up. Let's talk about my final thoughts on the Trelino Evo S. So the first thing that I want to talk about is that this is better, in my opinion, than the Nature Head, the cassette toilets, all of that, because a lot of times what happens with the cassette toilets is they start mixing together everything. And once you've mixed together poop and pee, or number one and number two, you get stench and smell. You ever peed in a Forest Service toilet? You know, one of those pit toilets? It smells pretty bad. In this toilet, we are separating the two. You're keeping the liquids with the liquids and the solids with the solids. Hopefully your liquids and solids haven't mixed in your body already, because then you're not going to feel very well. One of my final thoughts for this thing is that you do not want to let your pee sit in this container for more than like 2 days. If you can do it every day, that's what you want. This is a great toilet. It's super compact, it's super lightweight, it gets out of the way, and really, I have no qualms with this thing at all. I love that it's not super big and bulky and it's got all this electrical components to it. It's just super simple. You put some coconut core in there, you throw your poop on top, you put more coconut core, and you're done. Or you pee in it, you wipe it down, and you're done. Like, it's super, super easy, really simple. I absolutely love that. The last thing is that I just want to warrant you, if you are like me, where I have 3 boys and a wife, you might want to think about getting a bigger toilet. So they have a small, medium, and large, like I was talking about. I would probably get the medium or large, even though you can still take about 4 poops, anywhere from 4 to 6 poops in this thing, depending if you have kids and whatever, but I still don't want to max that out. So I think getting something where, like, if everyone had to poop at the same time, we could get it done. Now, we have 5 people in our family. This thing could take about 4, maybe 6 poops. I wouldn't push it farther than that at all. So that's the 1.6 gallon, tub is going to give you about that. So really, I think I'm going to get a bigger one just so I can get a little bit bigger tub for the poop and the pee. So if you're drinking a lot of water and you guys are very hydrated, then having a bigger pee container will definitely benefit you. My last final thought is that really anyone that's like an overlander, travels by truck, travels by van, you definitely need a toilet, and this is the toilet for you. It's only $375. You can check it out. They might have a sale or something like that, but it does increase significantly, so you can check the price out for the medium and the large. But I wouldn't say it's unbearable, right? If you were gonna get a Nature's Head toilet, that's gonna be $1,000. So just in comparison with those two, like you're saving a lot of money just going with this thing, buying a little bit of coconut core, and you're good to go. So I hope this wasn't one of those reviews. I appreciate you being here. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. We would love to have you on board. And if you haven't seen any of my van content at all, you can watch these videos right here, in this area. Right, maybe it'll cover this, I'm not really sure. Check those out. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.